Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for your kindly participating in this great Ratha Yatra festival. I have already explained what is this Ratha Yatra festival. It is in commemoration of a grand visit by Lord Krishna along with his elder brother Balaram and his youngest sister Subhadra in a solar eclipse ceremony at Kurukshetra. This occasion is the subject matter of this Ratha Yatra festival.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted that in every village, town, county, on the surface of the globe, this Sankirtan movement will be spreading. So, we are very much obliged to you that in this remote place, which is thousands and thousands miles away from Lord Chaitanya's birthplace, Navadvip, and you are carrying out to fulfill his desire, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the picture is there, assisted by four others, Panchatattva. Krishna appeared in 5 principles. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and Nityananda Prabhu is his immediate expansion, and Advaita Prabhu is incarnation. Gadadhar Prabhu is internal potency, and Srivas Adi, Srivas is the heading the list of his devotees. Srivas represents the marginal potency of Krishna. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda means Krishna complete. Just like when we speak of a king, king does not mean king is alone. If somebody says the king is coming here, it is to be understood the king with his associates coming here. King does not come alone. Whenever the king goes, he goes with his secretary, minister, commander, so many other people. King is never alone. There must be queen also, and queen's associates. Similarly, Krishna, the Supreme King, how he can be alone? He is not alone. He is always with his associates. Therefore you see Krishna's picture, Vrindavan picture, he is with his associates. A cowherd's boy, cowherd's girl, Krishna's father, Nanda Maharaj, mother, Jashoda. But Krishna is not alone. Supreme, any person, he cannot be alone. Just like we are here, we are not alone. We have so many friends, so many associates. So, person does not mean alone. Person means with associates. So this Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, worshipping Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means to worship him with his associates. Panchatat. Panchatatatmakam Krishna. Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam. Krishna has appeared as a devotee. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, the Supreme Lord, ordered that you give up all engagements, just surrender it, and I give you protection. But people sometimes misunderstood him. There are many so-called commentators on the Bhagavad Gita. They mislead people by giving some wrong commentation on Krishna. One big scholar in India, Dr. Radha Krishna, he gives comments on a verse where is direct order of Krishna, Madvana Bhavavad Bhakta Madhyajiman Namaskuru, that you become my devotee, always think of me, offer your obeisances unto me. But Radha Krishna comments in a different way. This obeisances is not to the person Krishna. Yes, see. Such a big scholar is misinterpreting, not to the person Krishna. So in this way, Bhagavad Gita, although widely read all over the world, in all countries, they have been misled by improper commentary. So we are therefore trying to present Bhagavad Gita or Krishna as he is. And by the grace of Krishna, it is coming out successful. For thousands of years, Bhagavad Gita was being read in foreign countries by big scholar philosophers. But there was not a single devotee of Krishna. But we have started this movement not even 5 years old. We have got 60 branches and there are thousands and thousands of devotees. Why? The secret is that we have not cheated people. We have not adulterated. If you put something for sale in the market which is very pure, automatically you will get many customers. Automatically, because the thing is pure. If you sell pure milk just from the farm, there will be many hundreds of customers immediately. And if you sell adulterated, homogenized, water-mixed milk, the milk will be sold, but not very many customers, ordinarily. So anything pure will attract. That is natural. Pure love, pure foodstuff, anything pure. Pure gold. In economics also, it is said, bad money drives away good money. If you put bad money, just like nowadays the currency is some papers, paper currency. So drives away good money. Good money means gold coins, they are not to be seen. But there is economic law. As soon as you put bad money, the good money will vanish. So try to present Krishna as he is. People will be attracted. Because everyone has got Krishna's intimate relationship. We are all part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says, Nami Vamsa, Jiva Bhuta. All living entities, not only human being, other than human being, everyone, all living entities, they have got different bodies only according to their different desires and inclinations. Otherwise, every living entity, beginning from Brahma down to an insect, a small ant, they are all living entities. And they are all parts and parcel of Krishna or God. We are all part and parcel of God. Therefore, just like you are part and parcel of your parents, so there is some intimate relationship with your parents. It cannot be broken. Even if you are absent from home for many years, still when you go home, meet your parents, the old relationship affectionate father, mother and son, immediately you revive. It does not take much time because the son was long, long away from father and he has come back. It takes another 100 years to establish the relation. No. As soon as the father and the son is together, the natural relationship immediately revives. Similarly, Krishna is the original father. God is the original father. We are all his sons. Somewhere or other, we have left home. We try to enjoy material sense gratification. Krishna has given us full facility, but we are not happy. That is not possible. Dry renouncement is not recommended by our Acharya. Na tatha jagavan rajan puyeta tapayadibhi jatha krishna prita pranas tatpurusha nisivaya. So this verse we have been discussing, that the beginning of the discussion was that people are suffering. Just like a man suffers from disease. There are different types of pains. So, this material world is a place where we have to suffer different types of pains by different causes. That is our position, actual position. Tritapa jantrana. They are called, tri means three. The Sanskrit word three and the Latin three, almost the same. Now here, this thunderbolt is another pain. This is called adhi doivik. Pains or miseries offered by the demigods. According to Vedic conception, this thunderbolt is thrown by Lord Indra, the king of heaven. He is in charge of cloud and rains. So when the thunderbolt is there, it is very painful. The other day, one of our students was telling me a story that on the plane, Mr. George Harrison, he was descending by the modern jumbo plane, but there was lightning and thunderbolt, and the plane was in very great danger when it was descending on New York. So he began to chant Hare Krishna. So every passenger was surprised why this fellow is chanting Hare Krishna. So somewhere or other, he says that we are saved. That is a fact, of course. You believe or not believe, that is a different thing. But it is a fact that taking shelter of this Maha Mantra, if you always keep yourself and chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it is not very difficult task. Simply you have to agree, that's all. It is not difficult. Just like our boys and girls, they are chanting always Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare. What is your loss? You are not losing anything. But if there is gain, why don't you try it? You are not losing any money. We are not charging any money that I shall give you this mantra. No, we are giving this mantra, chanting in the street, chanting in the... So you simply practice it and do it. and see the result. We are not asking anything. First of all, you do this or that, or you pay us something. No. We are simply inviting you, please come and chant with us, Hare Krishna mantra, dance with us, and be here. What is the objection? I do not find any objection. No sane man will say, no, I have got objection. What is the objection? So, this world is always, we should remember, full of miseries. We are thinking that I am very comfortably situated. That is illusion. That is Maya. This is wrong conception. You should be very much pessimistic, not optimistic. Optimistic, that is animal conception. The animals, they do not know any miserable condition. Even in the slaughterhouse, just after a few minutes the animal will be slaughtered, but it is thinking that I am safe. Eating grass. I have seen the goat. In India, of course, they do not slaughter cows. Some of them come, but they slaughter cows. So the one goat is being slaughtered and the other goat is standing there eating grass. It is thinking that I am very safe. So that is illusion. This question was raised by Dharmaraj to Yudhishthira, what is the most wonderful thing in this world? He replied, this is the most wonderful thing. What is that? Ahani ahani lokani gachanti jama mandiram. In every moment, so many men are going to Jama Mandiram, means to the hands of the cruel death. Shisha sthitam ichanti. But those who are not dying immediately, they are thinking, I am safe. We are safe. Everyone is thinking, I will not die. Yes, my father died, that's all right. My brother, that's all right. But he is thinking, I will not die. This is called illusion. But there is no remedy. We are inventing so many scientific, processes to counteract difficulties. The scientific research is going on. How to counteract nature's onslaught on us. They said, here is a nature's onslaught, thunderbolt. Now how you can counteract it? You have some measures of counteract. That does not mean it is perfect. At any moment everything can be dismantled. So, Sesha sthitam ichanti kimascharjam matah param.
Tananita Gita Vaditramadyan Manasorasena Ramanchakam Pasutaranga Baju Vande Gurosi Charanarvindam Samsara Dhamma Nanadira Loka Tanaya Karana Shakaya Nadunadavasya Vande Gurashri Charanavindam Sri Nanalolopasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Samsara Dava Nanira Loka Pranaya Karuna Ganaganacha Akasya Kaya Naganavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Asya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Asya Prasada Navakirti Topi Dayam Stubham Yasyaya Sastri Sandam Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Samsara Dava Nanira Loka Pranaya Karuna Ganaganaja Raptasya Kaya Naganavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda
If you develop Devi Sampa, these qualities as described, ahimsa, sattva, samshuddhi, ahimsa, so many things, then you get out, vimokha. Unfortunately, in the modern civilization, they do not know what is vimokha. They are so blind, they do not know that there is some position which is called vimoksha. They do not know. They do not know what is next life. There is no educational system. I am traveling all over the world. There is not a single institution which is meant for giving education about the transmigration of the soul, how one can get better life. They don't believe, they have no knowledge. And that is Asuri Sampa. That will be described here. Pravitting cha nivitting cha janana vidurasura. Pravitting means attraction or attachment. In what sort of activities we should be attached and what sort of activities shall be detached, that the asuras they do not. Pravitting cha nivitting cha janana vidurat na sauchanga napi chachara na sattanga tesu vidyati. These are the asuras. They do not know how their life should be directed, in which direction. That is called pravritti. And what sort of life they should be detached or give up. Nivitti. Pravrittesu jivatmana. There is a bhutana. Pravrittesu nirvittasu mahapala. The whole Shastra, the whole Vedic direction is for pravritti nirvitti. They are gradually training. Just like Loki Bhavayamisha Madhya Siva Nityasu Jantu. A living entity has got natural inclination for Bhavaya, sex, life, and Madhya Siva, intoxication, Amisha Siva, and meat eating. A natural instinct there is. But asuras, they do not try to stop it. They want to increase it. That is asura life. I have got some disease. If I want to cure it, then doctor gives me some prescription that you don't take. There is a diabetic patient. He is forbidden. They don't take sugar, don't take starch. Nivit. Similarly, the Shastra gives us direction that you should be accepting these things and you should be not accepting these things. Shastra. Just like in our society, we have picked up the most essential nivritti and pravritti. The pravritti, we are instructing our students, no illicit sex life, no meat eating, no amisha seva. Amisha seva nityasu jantu, but the Shastra says that if you can give up nivrittis to mahaphalam, then your life is successful. But we are not prepared. If we are not prepared to accept the pravrittis and not to accept the nivrittis, then one must know that he is asura. Krishna says here, pravritting cha nivritting cha janana vidurasura. They do not know what is that. They say, even the big swamis will say, oh, what is there? Wrong. You can eat anything. It doesn't matter. You can't do anything. You simply give me fees and I give you some special mantra. These things are going on. So because we want such cheaters, if I say, just like in our society, if we are given the freedom, no, whatever you like you can do, millions of students would have come. But that is not possible. We don't make any compromise like that you can do whatever you like, you can eat whatever you like. No, we don't restrict to the ordinary man. But if one comes forward to become our student, serious student, then he must follow this. Pravritti nivritti. Otherwise he remains asura. And we have to make a asura a deva. That is our process. Krishna consciousness means that it is not that if a man is born in a asura family, he cannot be deva. No, he can be deva. Krishna says, Mangi partha vipasrita jepishu papajana. Papajani means asurajani, or lower than asurajani. Oh, Sriya Sudra Tatha Vaishya Sri Janti Parangati. Everyone has got a chance. So this Krishna consciousness movement is giving chance to everyone to become devata. It is so nice movement. Because without becoming devata, he will be entangled. He will be entangled. He has to continue this whole process of birth, death, disease and old age. That he has. That's what Krishna said, the Daivi Sampad Vimokha. If you want to get rid of this troublesome material existence, threefold miserable condition of material existence, then you have to develop Daivi Sampad. That can be developed. It is not that stereotype. One, he is condemned, he cannot be raised. No, anyone can be raised. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Jagai Mata. They fell down. They were born in Brahmin family, nice family, but due to bad association, they became drunkard, they became woman hunters, meat eaters, gambling, so many, all these good qualities. At the present moment, in the human society, without these, they are not civilized. They must have a club. What is this club? I have seen in Germany. Just like we have got, after a few steps, a pan bidi shop. Similarly, in Hamburg I have seen, a few steps after, there is a small club. What is the business of the club? The business of club, that a young woman should be there, and there should be wine and cards for playing gambling. And whenever they get a holiday, you won't find him at home. He has immediately gone to the club. You see? So, these things, not only in Germany, about, say, 30 years ago, one of my godbrothers went to England, and Lord Zetland, he said that whether Swamiji, you can make us Brahmin. So he proposed these 4 things. Yes, we can make you Brahmin, provided you give up this bad habit. What is that? No illicit sex, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. He said it is impossible. This is our life. You see? So it is very difficult. Therefore, the pravritti nivitti, the Vedic rules have been formulated in such a way that if a man has got pravritti for meat eating or drinking or for sex life or gambling, so you know that gambling is allowed on the Kali Puja day. You know, especially northern Indian people, mercantile people, they take it, advantage, gambling. And sex life is allowed, married life. That is gradually nivitti. Married life. Otherwise they will become upstarts. The society will be lost. And meat eating allowed also, all right. Just offer a goat before Kali and take that. Not purchase from the market or slaughterhouse. No. So these things are there just to gradually make him refrain from all these habits. Nivitti. This is Vedic. Not that, there is in the Vedas, Kali Puja, we are devotees of Kali. Why? For meat eating, that's all. They become devotees of Kali only for meat eating, that's all. There is no other devotion. So actually, nivitti, but that is nivitti marga. Nivitti marga. And in the Vaishnava philosophy, that immediately give up these things. Otherwise, it will be not possible. Because in the next line it is said, Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhanaya asuri mata masucha sampadam daiving abhijatasi Pandava. My dear Pandava, Arjuna, don't be afraid, because as soon as Krishna said that Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhanaya asuri mata. So nibandhanaya asuri mata, I am fighting now. This is the business of Asurik. I am now violent. So he became afraid. Then I am also in Asuri Samap. The Krishna immediately says, no, don't be afraid. Ma sucha sampadam dvaivim. My dear Arjuna, you don't be afraid. Don't be worried. Why? Because you have no Asuri. When I am fighting, and you are fighting for me, therefore you are not Asuri. Those who are fighting for their sense gratification, they are asuras. But if need be fighting for cause, right cause, of course everyone thinks right cause, therefore it should be confirmed. Just like Arjuna fought. When he understood that this fighting is right cause, it is sanctioned by Krishna. That is a principle of Daivi life, divine life. Divine life means, as it is stated in the Bhagavad, that Atapangvi Dijasreshta, in Naimisharam, all the big Brahmins were addressed by Sutta Goswami, and he said that, my dear, all the great Brahmins, you are present here, Atapangvi Dijasreshta Varnasama Vibhava. There are different duties of the Varna and Asama. A Brahmin has got his duty, a Kshatriya has got his duty. Now Kshatriya's duty is fighting. So, how this fighting can be utilized as perfection of life? Nobody will say, fighting, how it is perfection? Killing others? No, there is perfection. What is that? Atapangvi dijasesha varnasama vibhagasa shanusthitasya dharmasya. You are Kshatriya, your dharma is fighting. You try to please the Supreme Lord by your fighting. That is perfection. You are Brahmin, so you try to please the Supreme Lord by your Brahminical knowledge. What is that Brahminical knowledge? Brahma janati iti Brahman. So one who knows Brahma, he is Brahmin. Then the next stage is for Brahmin to become Vaishnava. To become Vaishnava. Because Brahmana hi pratisthaham, simply if one stops simply by Brahma knowledge and does not make further progress, that is not perfection. Perfection is, Krishna says, that I am the origin of Brahma Jyoti. Therefore, from the Brahma Jyoti one should make progress up to Krishna. Just like sunshine, everyone is sunshine, that's all right. But if you have got power, then you reach the sun planet, you see the sun god. Because the original source of the sunshine is the sun god. Similarly, Brahma Jyoti, the origin of Brahma Jyoti is Krishna. Brahmanaham pratishtha. Brahma Jyoti is emanating from the body of Krishna. It is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. Jassa prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. So in this way we make progress. So here Arjuna, although he was fighter, Arjuna did not change his position. He did not become a Brahmin. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, it is not that he gave up his profession as a Kshatriya and went to Himalaya to become a Brahmin, meditation. No. He became perfect by his own profession. How? Because he satisfied Krishna. So, you can be situated in any position, that does not matter. But try to satisfy Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness movement. How to satisfy Krishna? It is not very difficult. Krishna. Now, you can say that Arjuna was a fighter and there was great need of the Kurukshetra fighting, so he satisfied Krishna, but I am a poor man, I am not Kshatriya or not here. That doesn't matter. Krishna says, Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyajimang namaskuru. Now you come here is Krishna, you always think of Krishna, Manmana, you become devotee of Krishna, whatever you can offer to Krishna. Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyaji. You worship Krishna. If you don't come here, you can do it at your home. Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyaji mang namaskuru. Somewhere or other, you become Krishna conscious. There is no difficulty. No, I have no money, I cannot worship Krishna in this way, says godlessly. No. The Krishna does not say. Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam. If you are a poor man, all right, you give me little fruit, little flower, little water, I will eat it. Then what do you want more? Or if you cannot do anything, chant Hare Krishna. So Krishna consciousness movement is so easy. Everyone can take it and make his life successful. Devi sammak devakhaya nibandhanaya asuri mata masuta sampadam. Yeah, just to tell the devotees that even they are engaged, just like Hanuman became engaged in fighting with Ravan, but he became the greatest devotee of Lord Ramchandra. Arjuna also became engaged in fighting with the Kauravas, and he is a great bhaktosi, priyosi man. Krishna gives certificate to him. You are my dear friend, priyosi, bhaktosi. Similarly, we can do everything for Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amar Aggay Guru Haiya Taro Desh. Jare kaho tare kaho Krishna pade. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna pade. Everyone we can do that. There is no difficulty. Pranai rathai dhiyavacha. And somebody can dedicate his life. Somebody can dedicate his money. Somebody can dedicate his intelligence. Somebody can dedicate his words. So it is not at all difficult. In this way, Simply by accepting the process of Krishna consciousness, one develops the Daivi Sampada, divine quality. Jasyasri bhakti bhagavat akinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasati. As soon as one becomes devotee with all the divinely godly qualities, one becomes developed. Jasyasri bhakti bhagavat akinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasati sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manonathena asato dhavatavai. Because people are not devotees of God. Therefore, despite all education, all advancement of scientific knowledge, still they are dealing like cats and dogs. They are not peaceful. The peace cannot be attained without Krishna consciousness. Aham sarvajagyanang bhukta cha prabhurevacha. Simply by practicing Krishna consciousness, there can be peace, there can be prosperity, there can be happiness. Otherwise, we shall be entangled. It is clearly mentioned here by Krishna. Daiva sampad vimokshaya. And Daiva sampad means, the example is Arjuna. He immediately takes up Arjuna. Mahasuja, you are already developed with Daivi sampad.
Thus the Lord of the universes maintains all planets, inhabited by demigods, men, and lower animals, and in his play he assumes the roles of incarnations to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness.
Bhavayati esha sattena lokan vai loka bhavana lila avataranu rato devatijjang naradishu. So, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Leela Avataran, incarnates in many forms, not only in the human society, but in the demigod society or lower than human society, the animal society also, tree society, because as we have forgotten our relationship with Krishna, he is always anxious to get us back to home, back to God. So he incarnates himself in so many forms. Advaita Achyuta Anadi Ananta Rupam. He has got Ananta Rup, unlimited forms. Advaita Achyuta Anadi. But all those forms are in essence one. Advaita. That is not different. Just like Ramadi Murtishu, the Lord appears as Ramachandra or as Lord Krishna or as Lord Varaha. They are not different. In the material sense, a Varaha, a hog is different from the man, or one man is different from another man. But the incarnations of Krishna, they are not different. The same thing. Just like Krishna, when he appeared, he is Krishna when he was so-called 3 months old, and he was Krishna when he was 20 years old. The same Krishna. As we find difference, that the same man, when he is 3 months old, he is different from the 20 years old. When his age is 20 years, he is different from his age when his age is 3 months. The modern fashion is that they want to become God by meditation, by advancement of mystic power, but that kind of God is not Krishna. Krishna does not become God. He is God always. Others, they try to become God by mystic power. We have heard so many so-called gods that he attained such perfection of mystic power, now he has become God. That is also another Maya. Nobody can become God. God is God, dog is dog. This is the law of identity. A dog cannot become God. Neither God becomes dog. This is Mayavad theory. That at the end, the absolute truth is void or impersonal. The Buddhist theory is void and the Mayavadi theory is impersonal. But our philosophy is the God is originally the Supreme Person. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Sabdat. We have discussed this point many times. Now, here it says, Leelavatara Anurata Devatijjang Naradeshu. God is always anxious to get us back to home, back to Godhead. So apart from his incarnations amongst the Deva, demigods, just like Upendra, Lord Bhamande, he appeared amongst the demigods. There are so many other incarnations, demigods. Tirjang, God appeared as incarnation of boar, incarnation of horse, incarnation of tortoise, Kesavadhita Kurma Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Kurma Sharira. Kesavadhita Meena Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare. There are so many incarnations. Kesavadhita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Kesavadhita Bhamana Rupa Jaya Jagadisha. So, he has got innumerable incarnations. As I have told you several times, just like the waves of the river, one cannot count. Similarly, nobody can count how many incarnations are coming, always, incessant, one after another. So, Leelavataranuratno Devatijjang Naradishu. And amongst the human beings, we know Lord Ramchandra came, Lord Krishna came, Rishabdev came, and Lord Chaitanya came. So Krishna is always trying because he is the father. Krishna says, Aham bija pada pita sarva jonishu kaunteya. Sarva jonishu, there are different species of life, forms of life, because we wanted to enjoy this material world, to utilize the resources of material world. That is our activity. Even at the present moment, always, everyone is busy how to exploit the resources of material nature. That is advancement of civilization. Advancement of civilization means how to exploit the material resources. But they do not know, the foolish people do not know, that is not advancement, that is entanglement. That is not advancement. This knowledge they are lacking. They do not know what is advancement. Advancement means advancement in spiritual life. That is advancement. We are spirit. In essence, we are spirit soul. We have been encased within this body. Therefore, advancement means how to get out of this entanglement of repetition of birth and death. When Vishwamitra Muni went to Maharaj Dasharatha, who asked for his two sons, Ramchandra and Lakshmanji, to take them to the Dandakaranya to kill the demon. So at that time, Maharaj Dasharatha welcomed Vishwamitra Muni with these words, Oihistang jat punarjanma jayaya, jatang punarjanma jayaya. Oihistam. Just like if I meet my friend, suppose he is a businessman, so I will ask you, how your business going on? Nicely. Similarly, Vishwamitra Muni, he was not a businessman, he was a great saint, and he was living in the forest. So what was the purpose? Oihistang jattat punarjanma jaya. As you are trying to conquer over the repetition of birth, punarjanma jaya. The people do not know at the present moment that the business is to conquer over the repetition of birth and death, punarjanma jaya. They do not know that this can be stopped. Neither they have any idea that there is rebirth. Na hannate hannamane sarire. Your life is not finished. Your life is not finished simply by finishing when this body is ended. It is not that you are also ended. This knowledge there is nowhere throughout the whole world. There are so many big universities. That is our lamentation. What is this education? They do not know how to direct education. In the Shastra it is said that your activity should be conducted in such a way that Krishna becomes satisfied. Haritoshanam. But they do not know what is Krishna, what is Hari, and how to satisfy him. There is another question. So at the present moment, the whole civilization is a set of rascals only, that's all. There is no education. They do not know. And because they do not know, Krishna comes just to make this rascal to inform. Krishna says, aham adirhi devanam aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvang pravartate sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranang vaja manmana bhavavad bhakta madhya. Canvassing. My dear sons, why you are rotting in this material world, please come, you are my beloved son. I do not tolerate, or I cannot see that you are suffering. This is Krishna's business. He is more kind. He is more anxious to get us back. Therefore he comes personally. Therefore he comes personally. Then again when we mistake him, Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranang vaja. The rascals, they thought, oh, why is demanding so much? Why is demanding so much? This is sophistry. Why shall I surrender to you? That is our position. Krishna says that you surrender, I take charge of you. Ma sucha aham tva sarvi pape bhumokkhasami. I shall give you relief from all difficulties. No, why shall I? Just see how much rascals we are. And they are going as a civilized men. All fools, rascals, and rogues and thieves, that's all. This is the position. All fools and rascals and rogues. Ajanata. Ajanata means rascals, one who does not know. ajanata. Therefore, Vyasdev made this Shastra, this Srimad Bhagavad. Ajanata, for these rascals, one who does not know the aim of life. Anartha upasamam sakshat bhakti yugam madokhaje. We are meeting with so many problems of life. These are called anarthas, unnecessarily. I am spirit soul, you are spirit soul. We are as good as God. Anandamaya abhyasat. Our real position is Ananda. Satchidananda. Oh, why you are meeting so many problems? This is due to this body. This is due to this body. Therefore, the real culture is, real education is how to stop this repetition of body, but they do not know. Anandamaya abhyasat, we are part and parcel of Krishna. He is fully joyful. You will see always Krishna joyful. When he is killing an animal, he is laughing, he is joyful. You have seen Krishna's picture. It is not that is a problem. You have seen Krishna is killing that Keshi demon, a horse, big horse, just like a child's play. Krishna, fighting with that bull. What is the name of that bull? Aristasur. They are attacking with his horns. Krishna is just like playing with a toy. That is Krishna. So, Krishna is always anxious to give us enlightenment that this is not your life, why you are rotting in this material world. Come back in many ways. Devati jang naradishu. He is coming not only in the human society, but in the animal society also. He is coming in all kinds of. There are so many societies, aquatics, Jalaja, Navalakhani, Savara, Lakhavinshati, Krimayoruddhasanga. There are so many living entities, 8,400,000, and they have got their own society, as we know. Birds of the same feather flock together. So that is called society. That is it there in the, you will find all the ants are together, all the birds are together, all the beasts are together. So we form this animal society or the human society. That is not a new thing. That is you will see all the crows, they will flock together. The crows will not mix with the pigeons will not mix with the crows. That is nature. So there are so many societies, Devati Janganaradisu, and in every society there is incarnation of God according to their position, according to their language, according to their problems, there is incarnation. We do not see other incarnations, but we can see the human form of incarnation, Ramadi Murtisu Kalaniyamena Tishthan. But from this Shastra we can understand that there are incarnation amongst the lower animals, beasts, birds and everywhere. The purpose is to reclaim the fallen souls. So not only he incarnates, but he sends his devotee. He comes as devotee, just like Krishna was misunderstood because Krishna demanded that you surrender unto me. So we misunderstood because we are murhas. The murhas, they do not surrender. Krishna says they are very good scholars of Bhagavad Gita, but they cannot understand these simple things. And he is a scholar of Bhagavad Gita. The simple truth he cannot understand, neither he can follow. If I am actually follower of Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna says that you surrender unto me. Then if I am actually follower, I shall surrender unto him. That is my business. But no, I shall not surrender. I am Krishna. Why shall I surrender you? Well, where does he get this information that he has become Krishna? Where is that in the Bhagavad Gita? But they are preaching. Bhagavad Gita reading means I have become Krishna. Where these nonsense ideas they get, I do not know. But we can take them what he is. We can take, as soon as he does not surrender, then I take him. We take him in 3-4 classes. Because I see this rascal has not surrendered to Krishna, he must be one of these groups. What is that? Duskritina. In the group of sinful life. Duskrit. Mudha, in the groups of rascals. Naradhama, in the groups of the lowest of the mankind. No, they are PhDs, Maya Puritagana. They may be PhDs, but he is a rascal because Maya has taken his real knowledge. He does not know Krishna. What is the value of his knowledge? Maya Aparitagana Asuri Bhavamasrita. Why this is so na Asuri Bhava? Their only business is to discard, kill God, just like Asuras, just like Kamsa. His only business was how to kill Krishna. The Asuri Bhavamasrita. So those who are Asuras or the Naradhamas, their only business is to how to kill Krishna. Just like the great scholar is saying, when Krishna says that Manmana Bhavamad Bhakta Madhyaji Mang Namaskuru, he is commenting, because he is a great scholar, not to Krishna. Let's see. Not to Krishna. This is going on. They are thinking there is something more exalted than Krishna. But Krishna says, Matta Parataram Nanyat. There is nothing more. I am the Supreme. So I do not know what kind of scholars they are. They are reading Bhagavad Gita and decrying Krishna. This is going on. Therefore, our movement is Bhagavad Gita as it is. We don't follow these rascals, Duskritina, Mudha, Naradhama. We don't follow them. We follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We follow Ramanujacharya. We follow Madhyacharya. We follow the great authorities, Vyasdev. We follow Narad, Asita, Vyasa. Because that is the only way to understand. Mahajana jena gatasya pantha. You cannot understand Krishna. You cannot understand his incarnation. You have to follow the footprints. Then you will understand who is avatar. Otherwise, instead of Krishna, you will accept another Dhini Krishna. Somebody will say, I was Krishna. Oh, he is avatar. And what is the proof that he was Krishna? Why you are so full? If I say that I was Krishna, so only the fools will take me that I was Krishna, now I am dog. It is not like that. We have to follow the Mahajana Jina Khadabu. If we want this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was discussing with Sanatana Goswami, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed, according to Shastra, Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Sanga Pangasta Parsadam Jaggai Sankirtanai Pravi Jajanti Sumedas. So these symptoms are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's symptoms. So when Sanatana Goswami was talking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was a politician, minister. So he simply inquired from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shall I take it that these symptoms, as we find in the Shastra, is the incarnation of this Kali Yuga? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood that he is catching me, he is trying to catching me. So he immediately said, oh, don't bother about that thing, we shall talk like that. Then even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who is actually Krishna, he avoided to be addressed as Krishna. And these rascals, false, they are claiming Krishna. Yes. Krishna himself in Vrindavan, when Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was present, many devotees used to come and address him, my Lord, you are Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to block his ears. Don't say like that, don't say. It is a great offense to address a man as Vishnu, as Krishna. He taught us like that. And these rascals, they are declaring, I am God, I am Krishna. I am God, I am Krishna. So only the rascals will follow such rascals. A man is known by his company. The God has become so cheap. The God, there are incarnations, there are hundreds and thousands of incarnations, but to accept that incarnation, we have to follow the direction of the Shastra. The Shastra in every incarnation is described there. His symptoms are described there. When Ramchandra is described, what did he do, that is also given there. Even Lord Buddha's activities are there in the Shastra. He is accepted an incarnation. Kikiteshu bhavishyati. Lord Krishna's, Lord Balaram, everything is described there. Lord Chaitanya. So we have to accept one incarnation with reference to the description given in the Shastra. Not that any rascal comes and he becomes incarnation and we accept. No. There are incarnations. That is a fact, as it is said, Devatijjang Naradishu, hundreds and thousands of incarnations. But if we are intelligent, if we are actually well-versed in the Shastras, then we should corroborate. Not that anyone comes to become incarnation and we have to accept. No. That is not our business. Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakya Tinete Koriya Ukka. We have to test sadhu, whether sadhus are accepting. Just like Krishna. Krishna is accepted by all the sadhus as Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even Shankaracharya, who is impersonalist, he says, Sa Bhagavan Sang Krishna Devaki Nanda. He accepts. And what to speak of other Vaishnavacharya, Ramanucharya, Madhya, they all accept. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts. Formally, Vasudev accepted, Narada accepted, everyone, Vedas. The other day when we met Gangesarananda, he quoted so many Vedic passages, about Krishna. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in the Vedas, in the Puranas, in the Upanishad, and confirmed by great sages, saintly persons, everyone accepts Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. Then why these rascals cannot find out God? We are giving the name of God, the address of God, God's father's name also, Nandanandan, Devaki Nandan. So where is the difficulty to find out? There is no difficulty. But the rascals will not accept. They will continue their rascaldom. That is the difficulty. Otherwise, it is not at all difficulty to find out where is God. God is neither dead, not God has become void or impersonal. He is person, Dibhuj Muralidhar Krishna, playing on his flute, and Jamuna Tira Vanachari. He is existent always. Odapya kare lila gaur ra. Kono kono bhagyavan dekhibare pa. Krishna is always existing. Krishna's incarnations are always existing before us. But if we are fortunate enough, we can see. Otherwise not. Athapiti devo padambujadayam prasadaleshanu grihita evahi janati tattam Bhagavan Mahimna nachanna ekopi chirang vichin. You cannot manufacture the incarnation of God. Sameva spuratta. Sevan mukhehi jivhado sameva spuratta. So the fact is,
that there are innumerable incarnations of God, as it is said here, Leela avataro nurato devotijjang naradisu, and we have to accept him as incarnation, not by whims, not by public votes, but just like it has become a fashion. If a man is voted, without reference to the Shastra, if some rascals vote, and here is incarnation of God, we accept. No. We have to accept with reference to the Shastra or symptoms given in the Shastra, and then we say, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we accept an incarnation of Krishna. It is confirmed in the Shastra, in the Upanishad, in Mahabharata, in Srimad Bhagavatam, everywhere. There are, if you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are so many quotations from the Shastras. Then we accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are some men here in Vrindavan, they do not accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as incarnation of Krishna. They will not see, they will not see to the evidences in the Shastra. They will they will make themselves blind. So, any incarnation, we should be very careful that although there are many thousands and thousands of incarnations of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is still when we have to accept somebody or something as incarnation, we must refer to this Shastra. Then it will be right. Otherwise we shall be misled. That is being done. So many. In the street, in the lanes, there are so many gods. And especially all the gods are going to Western countries. Especially. Because the Western people are now inclined, especially after this Krishna consciousness movement, they were prepared. They were hankering after this God consciousness because they are fed up with this all nonsense civilization. These young boys and girls, they are fed up. They do not want to live like their fathers or grandfathers. They want something better. So therefore this Krishna consciousness movement is becoming successful. They were looking after such cultural movement, but taking advantage. There are so many rascals are going, posing himself as incarnation of God. People can be misled. Even in India, there are so many men misled with the incarnation of God. But incarnation of God is not so cheap. Don't accept cheap incarnation of God. Try to understand with reference to the Shastras, with reference to the authority, then it will be all right. Otherwise, it will be misleading. Don't be misled. That is our request.
Kaya na gunana asya, Vande